I can dig it, friends and neighbors. Already, I found something very important to have in a garden. No, not the ceramic piece, which hopefully not many people deal with, but our little friend here. This is our best friend in the garden. If you're going, ew, worm, maybe this is not the type of video for you. Yeah, like Oscar the Grouch's little friend. Although I think that was really a caterpillar. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, they aerate the soil, they enhance it. Oh, there's another ceramic piece. They are everywhere. I don't know, were they like partying here and like throwing their plates out the back? I don't know. Lots of rusty nails, too. Case in point, just spotted this as I was, yeah. And this morning, while I was on the phone with Rebel Wheels NYC, I was yelling at the birds, get out of my garden, nah, 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 nah. They have the whole fly in my face. Really? That was fun. Yeah, take a look. Holes. Holes where seeds used to be. I'm annoyed. Yes, I am. That's why you plant extra. I also keep some back so that I have in case the whole thing is decimated. Interesting origin of that word, by the way. Of course, I'm going to use my handy-dandy, foamy, squishy, Neely thing. And you know what's annoying, though, is, and concerning? Digging out a whole bed and then looking for your little cultivator thing and wondering if it's onto the dirt. If you spot it before me, give a shout out. Ah, okay, the whole time I'm putting the zucchini in, there's big booms. I was really hoping that it would go off again to have it on the video. Now nothing. I gotta learn to keep the camera straight. You know, as soon as I stop recording, it's gonna be boom, boom, ba-boom. Bird sound, much more pleasant. The original plan was to have the corn, the sunflowers, the peas, and the spinach all the way across the back. I like to do crop rotation, and some people are saying it's worthless. My thought on it is, can't hurt, might help. Because different plants take different things, different nutrients out of the soil. So having the same thing in the same spot all the time, if you're not adding to the soil and stuff, it's probably, I don't know. Rather than having them go all the way across the back, I think I'm going to just do like half the back. And then since the pumpkins are supposed to be coming around from this corner and all the way down this way, I'm going to not plant in the back there and let them just spread that way as well. That'll give them more room. And, yeah, that's fine. That's good. I gave myself a double incentive for stopping every once in a while out here because I have pain and I'm achy and everything. I know my tendency to go, it'll be fine. So not only do I have my dinner in a low oven, cooking away, so I wanted to check on that, but I also have the beans that I ripped up before I realized they were bean plants. And really, fly? Really? Insect of some sort? But they all have to be replanted along the lattice. So I'm putting those in. I also have the beans that I grew last year soaking in that same cup. On me that once stuff is growing, it's going to be harder to explain this. So if you can see raised area to grow in here, there's one by the fence, and this is the last row, so I have them connected as well. And you know, the path is in between. So wherever you have stuff planted, you have to be able to reach it. And if you don't want to step in your beds, you have to pay attention to how big you're making the area. So this area that's in between, I can reach to the middle of that just fine from both sides. However, the problem part, that might not be thought of is, can you get to that spot all the way in between, all the way at the edge? Because you're reaching from this corner to over there, or from the other side this way. So this part right here is the furthest away from the path. On the other side, I mean, you have the same thing, of course. I didn't mark it out on that one, but here's the edge, the end of the path. Here's the edge here. So going straight across, that's the hardest spot to reach. If you have a pretty permanent spot, like I do, I mean, I could always change it up, doesn't really matter. I mean, some people put in actual raised beds, and if you do it like this, in an H shape, you got to be able to reach your stuff. Oh, there's a bird. Hold on. Birdie, you have the whole rest of the world besides people's gardens. Be cute elsewhere. Don't think that I think it's actually paying attention to me. All right, back to work. Freaking fly, man. They're going to be a little mixed up. I don't know what the white beans are and the black beans are. They should be green and wax, which was not the plan, but I don't know which is which. Gonna find out. I did the white ones in rows, black ones in rows, alternating. Come on, stay clear. And then ones that were tiny, marked with the stones along here. Those are teeny tiny ones. I want to see if they're even worth keeping. I'm going to see if they grow. So I pushed down the soil on some of it already, but there's rows just to see how that was done at an angle, because yeah, I felt like it. The biting insects are driving me up the wall. I am so itchy. I don't think I can finish today. I'll put something in the comments. I gotta get done. I gotta get out of here. I am, oh my god, it's bad. It's so itchy. Ever been so exhausted and annoyed and maybe in pain or itching like crazy, and you just want your coffee that you stuck in the fridge and you can't see it immediately, and you yell coffee at the refrigerator, hoping it'll help you find it? It worked. Something else that works. You're supposed to use white vinegar, but if you don't care, neither does it for the most part, for itching. It's if you have like an open thing from scratching, it's gonna burn. So I'm just telling you what I do. You do what you do. This is what I do. I had other vinegar. I put it in a spray bottle. Don't put it on any area of your body that is already naturally wet. And there is a phrase for that, but I know a lot of people go, ah, they hate that phrase, so I'm not going to use it. So like, don't get it in your eyes. Obviously your mouth is fine, that's the exception. Not up your nose, not in your ear, no orifices, not in your nose, not in your ear. Any place that's naturally moist would be a no-no. I so much don't care because it's not staining anything or whatever. It's just to stop the itch. I spray it. I've got so much bug bites on my legs, my arms, my scalp. A little spritz with the vinegar. And if you have some sort of condition where you shouldn't have vinegar on you, don't do it. If you have any qualms about it, don't do it. If you know what, don't listen to me, don't do it. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Any open wound, it stings, but the itch stops, at least for a while. So I am currently filthy and covered in vinegar, but I have my coffee, and I'll be showering later. All right, time to get my dinner out of the oven. Cheers.